Happy Monday, everyone. Hope y'all have had a good start to this work week. I'm here with meteorologist Gracie Morris. Something different for me.
Yeah.
We got two people on the web weather.
Yeah, we like to just kind of bounce, our thoughts off of each other and check in on you guys, see how y'all are doing. But yeah, it's hot. That's the big story. It's going to be hot, especially early this week before the rain gets started. So right now, temperature-wise, we're in the upper 80s in Rolling Fork, 91 in Vicksburg, and in Jackson. You can see, though, what it actually feels like right next to those temperatures, and that is the triple digits for everyone across the region. Feeling like 105 in Vicksburg, 102 in Rolling Fork, and in Carthage, 101 in Jackson. So we're just urging you guys to remember those heat safety tips today. Although we don't have heat advisories in place, it's crucial to stay hydrated and listen to your body, especially if you're out doing strenuous work.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we are expecting the heat to get worse before it gets any better.
Right.
But we do have the rain around today. We had a lot of rain yesterday. Those thunderstorms moved through late afternoon into the early evening. A lot of people saw rain. Not expecting as great a coverage today, but we are seeing some more of those isolated showers and thunderstorms on Live IMAX 12. We'll take a look up to the north, up in Holmes County, moving into the western part, some heavy downpours up in Leake County as well, a few in Hinds County as well.
Yeah, there's a few pockets of rain. You can see those darker colors indicating some heavier rain, but it's very, very spotty, few and far between. Most of us are just dry and hot with a mix of sun and clouds, but in Leake County, just south of Carthage, we are seeing some pockets of rainfall as well back towards closer to the Delta in Yazoo County and in southern Issaquah County, a couple of stray showers. But the coverage will increase later today, especially south of Interstate 20, which we are seeing in Jefferson and in Claiborne County. Southern Hinds County, again, a couple of pockets of rain. Also towards the Pine Belt. In Smith County, there is some heavy rain. We're not seeing a ton of lightning here on the board. A couple lightning strikes, though, have been recorded early this afternoon. Again, just keep the rain gear close by. I don't think it'll be a washout for most of us today.
No, not expecting that today, but we are expecting that heat to continue. We're already near 90 degrees right now, but only expecting it to get even warmer. We're forecasting 94 for the metro, 93 in Carthage, 94 for Hattiesburg, 93 in Port Gibson, but like Gracie already mentioned, we're already in the triple digits in many areas, expecting heat index values potentially up to 105 degrees throughout this afternoon.
Yeah, so definitely you want to remember to stay inside if you can, but if not, just take lots of breaks and remember to wear the appropriate clothing, which is light-colored, loose-fitted clothing. Make sure to always hydrate as well, because those heat indices are going to be quite oppressive, not only today, but for the next several days. So let's take you through those chances of rain, though. We are expecting some spotty showers, even a couple of thunderstorms later this afternoon. Best chances will be in South Mississippi throughout the evening hours, but as we head into the overnight, expect that to really dissipate and fizzle on out, waking up on Tuesday morning to dry conditions.
Right, but while most of us are going to be dry, we're still going to keep the muggy conditions. The last few nights, it's been very muggy. You walk outside, you feel that air hit you. It's just heavy, and we're going to feel like that the next several nights as well. Temperatures in the low 70s continuing, 74 in the metro, 73 for Hattiesburg and Carthage, 72 in Brookhaven. But we will have those clearer skies once we get past sunset tonight. So clouds will clear, and we're expecting mostly clear to even clear skies across central Mississippi tonight.
Yeah, but it doesn't last for long. We have a couple days with low chances of rain, but as we head into the rest of the work week, we are going to see that chance of rain come up, and we'll tell you why that is in just a few minutes. But that Gulf moisture is really going to surge, and although our chances of rain are not zero, they're going to stay low for Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday. We're talking 20 to 30% chance of those spotty afternoon thunderstorms that we're used to seeing this time of the year. It's that normal summertime pattern, but Thursday and Friday, that's when we'll really have more moisture available across the deep south, and that chance of rain is going to start to go up.
Right, but before we get to that rain, while we're going to have these lower rain chances, that's going to allow those temperatures to get even warmer. We're forecasting 94 today and Tuesday, but we could potentially be in the mid-90s here in the metro by Wednesday. In the Pine Belt, the upper 90s are likely as well throughout the next several days. But then those rain chances will kick in for the second half of the week, and that's going to drop our temperatures back down to the low 90s. Now, it's still going to be warm and muggy, and you're probably not even going to feel a difference in that temperature because it's going to be feeling like over 100 degrees each day.
Right, that's the problem when our air temperatures are already so high in the mid 90s, and of course we have that summertime humidity in store. That means our heat indices will be close to that dangerous territory. So we're talking 106 possibly tomorrow, feeling like 107 on Wednesday, similar conditions by Thursday, but notice Friday and Saturday. I think that's going to come with some better chances of rain, which again knocking down our temperatures, which is still going to be humid and muggy out there, but because of some lower temperatures, I don't think we'll have to worry as much about that heat stress.
And you know that heat advisory criteria is 105 degrees, so we're forecasted to stay just below that today. But I would not be surprised to see some heat advisories as we head through Tuesday, especially by Wednesday.
Right.
Not even if we don't have a heat advisory, though, you still need to take it seriously because it's going to be hot. That heat can be dangerous whenever it's above 100 degrees.
Yes, absolutely. And heat stress, and as well as flash flooding, those are two of the biggest weather-related killers
Yes.
in the U.S., unfortunately. And so we are also watching the tropics. We're going to shift gears here a little bit. It's been quiet in the Atlantic here over the last few weeks, but we are watching this very disorganized area of showers and storms in the Gulf now, just to the east of the Florida Peninsula. And this is likely going to track to the west and eventually pushing into central Gulf of America, and that's going to likely bring us some rain and storms, especially along the Gulf Coast and in our southern counties. So whether or not this does form into a tropical depression or a tropical storm, we're still going to watch it closely. And again, the National Hurricane Center has put a 30% chance of development over the next 7 days. But if it doesn't, we're still expecting some decent chances of rain with it.
Right, because we're still going to have that low pressure system either way, whether it's a tropical depression or storm. We'll still have that low pressure. We're going to have rising air, all that moisture. We'll have the potential for some decent rain. Now, Florida is getting the rain today and tomorrow. That low pressure system, as Gracie said, will move off towards the west, and that's going to knock our high pressure out of here. So we're going to be under the influence of high pressure for the most part over the next few days. Low pressure dominating by Thursday into Friday. Friday's when we really expect those rain chances to increase because that low pressure will be moving further up the coast into Louisiana, bringing us good rain chances for not only Thursday and Friday, but even into the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about some folks getting close to 2 inches of rainfall, especially across the Pine Belt, but locally heavier amounts will be possible, so some spots could see closer to 3 inches, and certainly within those heavier downpours is where we could see some localized flash flooding concerns later on in the work week. So Thursday and into Friday, even into Saturday as well. With saturated soil, we're going to be watching for some just localized flash flooding concerns. Not a huge concern as of now, but we are going to watch those models very closely and of course keep you up to date with how much rainfall we're expecting over the coming days.
Right, so just be prepared for that potential because I know the Pine Belt yesterday, Hattiesburg didn't get much rain. Those in the southeastern part of the state missed out on much of that rain. You're going to make up for it by midweek across the Pine Belt. But we'll start dry here for much of central Mississippi. Just a few isolated storms around today, but drier conditions tomorrow and Wednesday. That will allow for warming temperatures back to the mid-90s by Wednesday. Triple-digit feels like temperatures. Heat advisories are likely, and then we'll have that rain to look forward to for the second half of the work week.
Absolutely. That tropical moisture is going to move in, and we'll see better chances of rain, 40 to 50% by Friday and Saturday, so you'll want to keep the rain gear close by. And also, if you have outside plans, you may want to have that indoor plan ready to go for later this week and into the weekend. We'll, of course, keep you up to date with more updates, closer look at the timing on that rain and storm potential for the weekend later on this work week. Until then, though, we'll be back in just a few hours, or Roberto
will be here tonight.
Will be back in just a few hours, but we'll see you again tomorrow. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday and stay cool out there.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate y'all watching us on Facebook Live.